What is your name?
My name is Tracy. Do you need my last name? My name is Tracy Lipking. My father was a Marine in the Vietnam War, and as a young girl, I married a gentleman that went into the U.S. Army forces.
Your dad was a Marine. Was he a Marine during your childhood at all?
Yeah. I was born during, while he was in service.
Yeah, did that affect your childhood at all?
I don't remember a whole lot of it. I know that my dad was shot down in the military and he was injured. And I vaguely remember stuff that happened. And I do remember, I think this is kind of strange, that I was in grade school. I want to feel like it was early 1970s, and I was standing in the lunch line, and I could overhear the teachers saying that today they actually ended the Vietnam War, and I had some sense of relief because I knew that my dad didn't have to leave again.
Mm. And you said you had married a gentleman when you were younger?
Yep. And after we graduated from college, my then boyfriend became my fiance, and he went into the Army. His father had been in the Air Force, lifelong in the Air Force. My dad's career in the military ended after he was injured. So he was a helicopter pilot. He was shot down, and his ended with that injury.
Mm.
Actually, not. He became a flight instructor after that, but he finished his tour as a flight instructor.
What age were you when your father ended his tour?
I don't really recall.
Mm.
I was young. I was little. Had to be like 5 or 4, 3.
But
So yeah, so then I married a gentleman that had decided the best thing for us and our family would to join the U.S. Army.
What course did he enter?
The Army, the U.S. Army. You're asking like what he did in the Army?
Yeah.
He ended up doing support. He became a surgery room technician. So he worked with military support units instead of front lines.
And he got his doctorate in anesthesiology, correct? Or what kind of doctor was he that he trained under?
You want me to tell you your dad's career? Okay, your dad was a surgery tech. So that means he cleaned instruments and assisted physicians with surgeries. And he did that for years. And then the doctors, well, he did that for years, for like 4, 6 years, something like that. And then the doctors there convinced your dad that he could probably go on to school and do something better. And so he pursued a career as a physician, and he became I think they called them civilian officers. So the military gave him assistance while he went to medical school at Pikeville, and he became a doctor of osteopathic medicine. He attempted an anesthesia degree, or I guess specialty.
Yeah.
But he decided that wasn't for him, and so he went on and he did a tour in Afghanistan. And after that, he went to Hawaii and specialized as a psychiatrist.
He did do a stay at Journey, right?
Yeah, we did have I thought it was kind of cute because, well, it was kind of fun that all the people that we were in Hinesville, Georgia, which is a tanking unit, and he was working at the hospital, and the other people everybody got their their tour information that comes to you in a letter. And a lot of people were getting their hardship tours, and they were getting Korea, and there was like 3 of them that got Korea at the same time. And then your dad opened his, and he had Germany. So it felt like a relief, because at least his tour was overseas, but it's not a hardship tour.
Yeah.
A hardship tour, you have to go without your family, and it's a shorter tour. And so we were slated to spend 4 years as a family unit in Germany. And I was pregnant at the time, and I already had your brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to go to Germany, and it's right outside of Kaiserslautern. He was stationed in Landstuhl, which is the central medical facility for the entire Western Front. What is that?
That's a.
Well, yeah. So anybody that gets hurt in Afghanistan, anybody that gets hurt in Iraq or anything, is going to go to Landstuhl first, and then they get sent. They decide either to triage them there, they send them to the United States, or they treat them right there.
What places did you move around to throughout his terms?
Our duty stations.
Yeah.
Well, we started out in Hinesville, Georgia, and from there we went to Landstuhl, Germany, and from there he got out and started taking classes, so we moved back to Indiana, and then so he could take his prerequisites for from a physician and work on getting into the medical program. And then he got into the medical program, and we moved to Pikeville, Kentucky, while he went to school. And from Pikeville, Kentucky, I kept you kids here in school. We had to separate, and I kept you kids in Pikeville. And he went to Georgia someplace. I don't even know. I don't remember what part of Georgia he was in. And then he went to Maryland. We were in Germantown, Maryland. He was stationed at Bethesda. And then now we're here.
Yeah.
And then it all fell apart.
Yeah. What kind of what kind of troubles did you go through with him being in the military?
I don't know. Just in general, you're separated from your extended family. I had Atticus in Indiana, but the rest of the children, I was alone.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any family with me. It took my mother. I had Ju and Nora in Germany, and it was like, for Nora, it was about 9 months before my mom and dad actually came over and visited, and with you, about the same. Where I took Nora home to introduce her to the family one summer, and then whenever you were born, it was about, I don't know, 6-9 months before my mom and dad came over and visited to introduce you to them. Which was always kind of sad to me, because I know a lot of people get a lot of support and stuff from their family, and I just never had that. I was always a one-woman show.
Do you feel like you had a more open view to people, that you moved around so much and had to...
Oh, so you're asking about me and like different... Are we talking about ethnicities and just types of people from all around the world?
Yeah.
Why, sure. The military has all kinds of people from all kinds of places in the world, and we have to get along for 3 or 4 years at a time, so you're pretty tolerant to different ethnicities, and because we all have a common goal that we're trying to meet, and it's pretty interesting.
I think that's it. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't know. It was kind of fun and it's also scary, but I feel like it made me a better person overall.
Thank you for your time.
Yes.